So, I remember well the first time that Jenny took me to meet her father and her brother, Michael Sr. and Mike Jr. Jenny had kindly filled me in on a couple of details about her father, none of which made me feel comfortable about the impending meeting. Firstly, the guy could take Chuck Norris down with one arm tied behind his back, even with the fist behind his chin, as we all know he's got. And secondly, the last time that Jenny had brought a guy back to be introduced to him, he answered the door in a kimono while slowly and deliberately sharpening his samurai sword in the doorway. Needless to say, that date did not end well. That was fortunate for me. Out the door. So we arrive in the south on a red-eye flight. You know, as if sleep deprivation were not enough, I'm immediately separated from Jenny, bundled into a car, and driven off to an unknown destination for a quiet chat. It felt more like a racial screening, to be honest. That's America for you. I wasn't wearing my turban at the time. All that was missing was the waterboarding, I think, Mike. That's later that YouTube can show us how to do it. So I find myself sitting in the middle of nowhere, between a 7th and a 6th dan in karate, you know, exhausted and expecting Big Mike to bring out his samurai sword at any time. I mean the samurai sword, of course. And so eventually, Jenny's father leans over to me and he asks me, "So, young man, what are your intentions with my daughter?" I only thought that happened in movies, to be honest with you. Where's the camera? Jack still had it, yeah. So, I mean, I'm sure that most of you would, you know, probably say that, you know, there's one area in which I'm not lacking, and that's in the confidence department. But all I could muster up was a very meek response. "Sir, they're all good." Now, the only place that I heard the term Southern Belle when I was growing up was watching the Golden Girls, that I'm sure, you know, many of you younger people would know. My only point of reference, therefore, you know, was Blanche Dubois, you know, who, if you don't know, was a lady of retirement age, let's say, incorrigibly flirtatious, and she seemed to date every rich man that sort of, you know, walked on by. So to tar Jenny with the same brush as Blanche Dubois is clearly doing her a disservice, but they do have one thing in common. It's that arresting and beautiful southern lilt. You know, Jenny is such an amazing girl. She's really the most incredible thing that has ever happened to me, and she doesn't even know how special she is. You know, she's the coolest, most level-headed, authentic and beautiful girl that I've ever met. And, you know, she's redefined the meaning of friend, girlfriend, and finally beloved wife. So please join me in raising your glasses to the new Mrs. Gower. So finally, you know, it's my duty and my pleasure to, well, not Martin yet. My pleasure to thank so many people who, you know, made this day so special for us. And so, Michael, Jenny's father, thank you so much for giving me the honour of looking after your daughter for as long as I live. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And I will be very careful not to anger you in any way. And Nancy, really, you have brought up a beautiful girl, and and I'm so happy to have her in my life. And thank you for coming all this way to come see us. My father, Richard, thank you so much for the barbecue the other night, and for teaching all three of us to sing, dance, play, party, all the good stuff in life. My Uncle Owie, the barbecue king, thank you so much for the other evening. Really appreciate it. It was fantastic, especially the boerewors. Gail, who's been so incredibly generous, she's an Australian woman, lady here, who's I'm sure all of you have met, and it really has changed my opinions about Australians. Thank you. Sean, for a wonderful spread. It was amazing. Thank you so much. Where are you, Sean? Yeah, there. Thank you so much. It was delicious. Alan, beautiful ivory skills on the organ earlier on. Fantastic. Loved that. Minnie and Shing are amazing and intrepid ninja photographers. They were everywhere. A whirlwind of cameras. It was unbelievable. JK, thanks for all your help. Pam for the beautiful flowers. And to everyone else that made this wonderful day possible, thank you so much. But, you know, what really makes this day so special is all of you here. And thanks to so many of you for literally crossing the globe to be here. It really means a lot to us to have all our loved ones here today. And, you know, we've had an amazing time spending the last few days with you. And I think all of you deserve a toast right now. So be upstanding for yourselves, because you're all freaking awesome. I'm not finished, Sean. Thank you, though. So, thanks to my boys, the groomsmen, my brother James, who literally rocked that cathedral today. I mean, Owen, beautiful reading. Simon, Lucy or Alex, Jack, and last and most certainly not least, my best man Martin. Martin, there's a last minute change in the proceedings. I've decided to cut the best man speech.
Thanks to half an hour.
Okay, just please be gentle. Yeah. Yes. And finally, I need to thank my mother Eleanor, without whom none of this would have been possible. You are the best mother in the world, and now the best parent in the world. I love you always. Thank you. Please be upstanding and raise your glasses to Eleanor. So before I pass over to what is sure to be a roasting, so I have to be in the room. Okay, well, we're very fortunate after this, at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, whenever he finishes. We're very fortunate to have the incredible talents of Bex Marshall and her band. You know, they rocked Glastonbury this year. She was voted one of the best new artists to come out of the UK. She plays amazing bluegrass with sort of Americana stuff, so you Americans are going to love this stuff. She's going to rock our world from 8 o'clock. And with some trepidation, I must say, I'm going to hand over to Martin Shivington, my best